Hello guys, welcome back to another one of my deck guides. So if you followed me earlier on the channel, you know that when I was opening OP-09, I was really excited about Purple Black Luffy. But as it turns out, Purple Black Luffy wasn't the best deck in the meta right now. Okay, but I feel like there's still a way to make it work in this meta, and I'm here to show you how. So just in case you really want to make it work, I think this is it. Right, so for all Purple Black Luffy decks, some of the basic things you will definitely need a Law Searcher, and also you definitely need a Zoro Ram card. Okay, but one thing I added was the Zoro Ram card, because I think in the event where you're playing against Teach, especially when you're starting second, it's very unlikely that you get to play this Ram card. So this is kind of like a backup plan, and I think it's helpful. Again, right, Bon Clay just is unlikely going to help you in this meta with Teach around. Okay, so not much of a point if you ask me. Okay, for the 2 cost card, I put Blackbeard because I think I want the 2k counter, and the other thing is that it's not an on-play effect card. I know some people who will go for like Robin again, but I feel like 2k counter is good, and for the Gecko Moria effect, if you play Gecko Moria and then you get Frankie and Beppo, you immediately get that 1k bonus. So overall, I think it's the better pick. Okay, so nothing too controversial here. You still have the same Frankie and Sanji combo. You still have your Gum Giant. Okay, what makes the deck a little bit different is the fact that I added some Luffy-tarou. So usually for this meta, if you are not able to either eliminate a lot of cards at the same time, then you will need to put a lot of cards on the field quickly. Right, so Gecko Moria helps. You get to put like 2 more cards, so 3 cards in one turn. But of course, the 2 cost card usually doesn't make much of a difference. Okay, what is helpful for Luffy-tarou is that it does that too. Okay, but usually you don't want to do Luffy-tarou because -1 Dawn doesn't allow you to activate your leader effect, which is a problem. Okay, so in a way, I think that the better pick here would be Sangoro over the 4-cost Searcher, because 4-cost Searcher, if you play it, it comes out without Luffy-tarou, you might not have the ability to do a Searcher because of Teach, right? So die you want to play it together with Luffy-tarou, but then you don't get your your leader effect back. So I feel like it's a bit weak. So if you are very desperate to feel the feel with your characters, then I guess Sangoro kind of helps, because in your 5-cost turn, if you still have 5-cost turn without the ramp, then you can play this and it has some benefit. You get to get more resources, which is very important for this meta. At the same time, right, there is another combo that I think might work. So if you play Luffy-tarou and then you play Zoro, which I feel like I have not really seen many people do, you can -1, and instead of minusing 2 Dawns, which you usually do for the ramp, you -1 again. On the turn where you have 7 Dawn, you get back another 2 Dawn cards. So you get to ramp it into 8, and then you get more Dawns to play with. I think this is a combo that can work. But again, it's not what you want to be doing most of the time. So it's really more of like a situation where your Gecko Moria doesn't seem to work, you have a backup plan. Okay, so that's why I added it in. You see later, I feel like it kind of works. It kind of works. You can try it out and you tell me if you think this is a combi that has helped you in any way. Because 5k body makes sense. Okay, the other thing that's controversial would then be the Brook, Laboon, and Ice Age. I placed this specifically to deal with 10-cost Teach, because unlike most of the other decks, I don't feel like Purple Black Luffy has a very good way of dealing with Teach. With the on-play effect out, I just feel very weak against Teach. But with Brook, Laboon, and Ice Age, because Brook is when attacking, you can actually minus enough cost to take out one 10-cost card. So what I usually do is that I'll save the Ice Age if I get it and make this a complete set, and then when the late game comes and the guy gets very cocky about being able to place like a 12k blocker, right, I'll just do what I can to get rid of their card. Okay, so that is it for the special thing. You can have a look later at my replay. So to end the game, usually I will have 9-cost Luffy. It's just the regular thing. You get to use your leader effect, and also Nika. So Nika sometimes it's good against like Doflamingo or Purple Luffy. So I think I just wanted a game ender lah, so I added in the Nika. Okay, without further ado, let's go in and see some to be placed against the meta deck Doflamingo, I think Teach, and PB Luffy. So against Blackbeard, you usually want to be able to ram very quickly, otherwise it's very difficult to win them. Okay, hopefully we get a Zoro. Yep, Zoro here. And then we hope that they don't black hole on the first turn. That's about all that we can do usually. Okay, so they didn't black hole on the first turn, which is a good thing. Return one optional dawn. Okay, at this point, before I carry on, I'm going to attack him first. Probably this is okay. Yep, this is okay. So I actually think Brook, right, is a good counter for, like, eventually when they have a lot of Luffy and they you don't have the searchers or whatever to get rid of it. I think Brook helps you to efficiently deal with Luffy. Yep. So he's really setting up his character field now, not black holing me at all, which is a bit puzzling, to be honest. It's not a good idea for him actually, because I get to do this. Usually this would be almost completely useless in this game. So, I mean, very decent cards that I got. I'm going to use my Zoro to attack first. Okay, and then after that, use Fluffy to attack again. Okay, the good thing is that with the increase in cost, it doesn't really affect him that much, because Dot Q can get rid of one costing, get rid of everything. But eventually, when I have bigger cards on the field, bigger bodies on the field, it will make a difference. Yep, the Dot Q combi. Usually he gets rid of the blocker. This is okay because like the total amount of resources he has is about the same. I think Luffy is really very dangerous. It looks like innocent enough, but from my point of view, right, always try to get rid of it as soon as you can. Okay, this one is definitely you have to block. So you still have like a body on the field. The funny thing about this guy is that for some strange reason, he is not trying to black hole me, which is a bit weird. Really a bit weird. Okay, I think I might rather have him instead. So I want to keep one for the Gomu Gomu. I'm going to try to get rid of Laboon. Okay, it's unlikely to happen. If I was him, I will use the blocker to protect Laboon. Yep, because Laboon is a really good card. Oh, he used, yep, Shigan. I wonder why he's so afraid to use his resources. Depends on what hand he has. So far it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Oh, he has not black hole a single time. Very, very strange player. Very, very strange. Let me get rid of the Laboon first then. Okay. Okay, another strike. Do I need the Gomu Gomu? I don't really need Gomu Gomu. I'm going to get rid of as many as I can. And then finally we get to strike him. Yep, Blackbeard as usual. It's a bit too late for him to start black holing me though. Yep, it's a very, very late black hole. What we can do here is burn out his cards and resources. Okay, if he's not going to block, right, so I'm going to use Beppo. Okay, so he's on his last leg now. We'll just have to figure out a way to inflict 1 damage to him. Okay, Lafitte. Getting rid of Beppo. Yep, you can get rid of Beppo. Okay, that's a bit more dangerous. Let's see if we can get rid of Lafitte first. Let's do it lah. Let's do it. So this is the strategy I have to get rid of Blackbeard, by the way. Minus 10 cost, he goes straight to 0. and then we can have more options to deal with everything else, right? So usually here he will be forced to use a blocker, right? And now we have 3 body on the field, but it's for this deck now you cannot do this combo too many times. So try to keep a set against Blackbeard, because the 10 cost is makes a lot of difference for the Blackbeard deck. Right, so it's natural that you play this move. Don't let my 9 cost Luffy to attack. But it's very hard for him because I have 2 other characters that can still strike him. So he took a risk and decided not to black hole me. Let's do some calculation here. It is my best bet actually. Right, so I got a little bit lucky. Okay, so we have to figure out how to win. When you go second, right, it's very difficult to beat this guy. Go big or go home. That's how I think about it. Luffy has one of the most powerful first turn power curve. Okay, I'm gonna take this because I need to find the ram card. Okay, didn't get the ram card. This is gonna be a problem. Can always place this down to get rid of that. Yeah, it really doesn't bring me very far. I'm not ramping enough. This is the turn where he can play the 7 cost. Oh, he's not doing it. Interesting, interesting. Wow, I'm really not very lucky, am I? He has 6. Probably you. Okay. So with this, and then 7k to 5k, 2 card discard. Right, nice. So what we want to try to do is to let Frankie die. So I'm gonna use this, and then probably let it live for a while more. Okay, it's coming. It's definitely gonna come. Ooh, interesting. Okay, got rid of Frankie. So Gecko Warrior can't really come out. Okay, just place this out first, just in case. Try to attack with this. Okay, so clearly we have not enough resources, right? So we want to use Gum Gum Giant next turn. Keeping the Dawn here is important. Okay, that's fine. I can live with that. Right, the rush. Okay, I want to use the Gum Gum Giant. 1 card to trash. At this point, probably you, unfortunately. Okay, and then we can... I think I will trash Beppo. But I feel I have no choice but to do so. Let's just play this first. Like this. Rested. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. Then we shall make a strike here. Yeah, I just need to have one card where I can actually return Dawn. That's pretty important at this stage. Ooh, 7k. I could, and leave some room for Gecko Moria to do more work. Okay, this I'll take again. Right, I expected that. Draw a card. It's a Gum Gum Giant. Draw Dawn. Okay, I think I should find out whether I can get. Okay, that didn't go so well. I have to go endgame. Right, that's the only way I can win this. 8k damage. There goes my chance, I think. Wait, maybe I still can. That's right. Oh, he has Gangon Giant. Oh, I won. Sometimes you just need to be a bit brave. But I think the good thing about this deck is because you have Gecko Moria, you have Luffy-tarou, you have different ways to boost up your overall attack and defense. There's a lot of things that you can maneuver with. Okay, with Doflamingo, we want to try to go first. So the game is very long. I cut it out and I sped it up. But generally speaking, you just want to ram very quickly and you want to fill the board with as many characters as possible. And then we will go to late game. With more characters, you are a lot more likely to be able to beat Doflamingo. Oh, there's a lot of Gecko Moria. Okay, so the safest course or action, because I do want to keep the body here. I'm not going to end the turn here anyway. I think I should sign, right? Let's try to get rid of Jinbei. Okay, getting rid of Jinbei. It's very difficult. Oh wow, he played the Kaido card. I mean, I could use this to flood my deck with blockers after this. Let's try. Interesting. Okay, I think he thinks I'm going to Nika, but I can't Nika. Okay. Gain 0 active Dawn, gain 0 rested Dawn. Okay, I have Nika now though. This is a great thing. Deploy this in place of this. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay, we'll see what happens. Ooh, okay, it's a lot of blockers. I guess we are even on that regard, on that front. Oh, it's a law. Okay, I'm taking it. No trigger effect. Definitely blocking it. Let's see how it goes first. Okay, he chose to block. And what happens with this? Okay, he chose to block again. Okay, he took the damage. Yeah, I'll be in a pretty bad position. If I Nika, yeah, I'll lose. I can't do that. I can't do that. Let's hope that I can get one more Gum Gum. Nope, no Gum Gum for me. Okay, got to do this. Use card action. One card to trash. Game on at the dawn, game on rest of dawn. Another one. Okay, another Gum Gum. Let's hope we survive this. Okay, he got this again. This is really good. Okay, it just so happens that I have enough to block him. on how far you commit to this. Oh, of course I'm gonna use my blocker here. Right, it's a no-brainer. Very strange. Okay. Let's do this again. Okay, so here comes the hard part, right? I'm going to Nika. Right, I think I won, correct, because he doesn't have enough anymore. So purple black Luffy, quite strong for this meta. I think if you can optimize some of the cards, you can still beat the more in meta deck like Doflamingo, as you have seen. If you like this pacing, I think you can give purple black Luffy a try. It's pretty fun. So that's all for OP-09. Come back when OP-10 comes out and we probably will discuss Usopp as a deck. Goodbye!